Hello there and welcome to another reading. So there's been a lot of talk about some UFO activity possibly. I mean, clearly we already know that there's something out there that they're hiding from us, but New Jersey recently had some sightings. I've seen a couple of videos of some strange happenings in the sky over New Jersey, so I wanted to take a look and see. Wanted to take a look and see what's going on in Jersey, but we had the Wheel of Fortune pop out. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune obviously is about fortune and a gain of some sort. We have a wheel, obviously it's a circle, which would represent a cycle. Cycles in the tarot, when it's a complete circle like this, it feels more like the completion of a cycle. So I know a lot of us are talking about the age of Aquarius, entering the age of Aquarius, and kind of leaving I believe it's the age of Pisces behind. So I feel like we're closing a cycle here and kind of entering something new, which would be something fortunate, something to our benefit. So I believe that this popping out while I was shuffling is telling us that yes, indeed, there are UFOs, and that's what we were seeing out there. I have to apologize. My neighbors are doing either yard work or construction or something, so if that gets picked up, I am terribly sorry. And I think there's also a street sweeper out there. Bad time to do this reading, but I had to because it was on my mind and I felt like Spirit was saying we need to discuss this like right now. All right, there's a lot going on inside of that wheel, inside of that circle. Oh. So I feel like this might actually be representing our planet, and there are beings outside of our planet. I'm gonna pause for a minute while the street sweeper goes by. Okay, they're gone. I feel like there's a lot, like maybe this is just the only card that we need to pull on this, and this might be a very brief video, but there's a lot going on in this card. Let me see if I can get it to focus a little closer here. So can we see there's a whole village of happenings going on in there, right? So I feel like this is representing our planet, and then we have beings outside of the planet, like they're celebrating. Does it not look like they're celebrating? Okay, and then we have another one, and I kind of find it, oh, okay. So here's what I'm getting. So I feel like if you are very like religious based, like this might seem like heaven and hell, possibly. If you believe in that, I do not. What this to me is maybe saying that there are forces that are unseen that are trying to stop this. Okay, that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting, like intuitively, spiritually. That's what I'm hearing, is that there is something below. Like this could be like our planet, our Earth within the universe, and there are other forces that are outside of our planet. And I feel like there are some that are there celebrating us and celebrating, possibly, I heard the word return, possibly celebrating their return to the planet. Like maybe they were here before, which I believe. If you've heard the stories of the Anunnaki, and I'm a big fan of the show Ancient Aliens, I know. I can't be the only one, otherwise it wouldn't still be on the air, but I feel like there's a lot of truth in those stories. And I think here comes the street sweeper again. You guys, I'm so sorry, and I don't want to have to do this over. Okay, so the stories that they tell, I believe there is some truth. Now, are they exaggerated? Of course, they are very much exaggerated. And I feel like in some cases when you watch shows like that, or documentaries, air quotes, documentaries, that they, they embellish, and a lot of times they're given with the intention of creating fear of an invasion or something. But I don't feel like, I don't have fear associated with it. And I feel like that's an intuitive way for my guides to say there's nothing to be afraid of with this transition. It's just a transition. Also want to point out, like, it looks like his hand is on the wheel here. Like, maybe he's trying to turn it, okay? You know, he could be trying to turn it and expose whatever this maybe darkness or this force that is trying to manipulate. That's the word that came out. That's not the word that I was going to say. I was going to say something else, but that fits way better. I feel like there's something trying to manipulate things, and that, you know, like, these powers that be, or these outside sources, or these outside source, okay, source. I mean, I feel like maybe this is representing source energy, but is trying to, like, turn the wheel to expose that. So, and honestly, that feels very, very applicable to basically the year of 2020. So, you know, I kind of almost want to leave it at that, but I am going to do a couple more cards because, like, I feel like that's so boring. But, like, I feel like that explained a whole lot. Like, that was a resounding yes. There's definitely something else out there, but I feel like it's a celebratory type of situation. Like, they're happy to return, maybe to help us. So let's pull a couple more cards and see what else can we know? What else? Okay, does Spirit want to tell us about the sightings over New Jersey? Okay, so we have the Six of Swords and the King of Pentacles. So I am big on relating the cards to each other, and he is watching him. Okay, the King of Pentacles, who is about work and career, finances, earth energy, y'all, earth energy. Okay, like, he's almost like he's holding the earth here, the energy of the earth, if you will, and watching us take our steps, watching us navigate is the word that I heard. Navigate through some, you know, this is, you know, not exactly a pleasant path, not exactly a fun path, not exactly a safe path that we're walking right now. And I feel like this is a good representation of us trying to navigate ourselves through the year of 2020. And I feel like they're watching. They've been watching our progress. And I feel like this is a supportive energy. Okay. These are two different suits. The swords representing air energy, which could be, you know, the universe, you know, like our outer space, if you will. But it's also about thought and learning and communication. So there may be some communication going on with these sightings, with these things that we're seeing in our sky. But I think maybe they're trying to tread lightly. Maybe they are trying to baby steps in the communication, one at a time, you know, like they're taking small groups of people that aren't tapped into that fear that we're being fed, and that, you know, they're maybe sending their communications that way, and kind of observing and holding space and energy for the earth, our earth energy. Okay, but I feel like this is a supportive energy. This is like, this looks to me, when you put them together and make a scene out of this, so what I'm seeing is like a father watching their son or daughter riding a bike for the first time. Okay, he's watching, holding space, waiting, ready to intervene if necessary, but allowing the child to you know, go at their own pace and figure out their own way, because the best way to learn is by doing, and being in the activities. So he's being a supportive father. He's just being there on the sidelines, kind of watching, waiting, and cheering on almost. And yeah, so, but traditionally the Six of Swords is about moving forward on something, is about leaving something. This is Tarot of the Old Path. I don't know if it's still in print. I've had this deck for over 20 years. So yeah, I got this deck when I was 16. This is my very first tarot deck, and which is also kind of applicable here because, you know, this may be like a first contact kind of situation, at least that we're aware of. But in traditional Rider-Waite based decks, it would be somebody getting on a boat, like they're fleeing for refuge kind of situation. And it talks about moving from, you know, like choppy waters to a calmer sea. So I feel like, you know, that it does kind of correlate with that traditional, air quotes, meaning, and that there's a movement happening, and it's not exactly, he's traversing these choppy waters, we'll equate it to that. He's trying to get to this lush green island here in the back. Okay, so it is definitely about moving forward, and there's all this lush greenery in the background here. It's a small island, so maybe there will not be room for everyone. And you know, that could be part of the grander plan with our current virus situation. And I'm gonna like put myself a little bit on blast here for this. When this whole thing started with the virus, I don't want to like use specific keywords that might, you know, knock me out of YouTube's algorithm, because I think people want to know this. But when this all started and we were talking about the age of Aquarius, I made the observation, and I've stated it in a couple of groups, and I feel like nobody's understanding what I mean by it, or they don't believe it, or, you know, it's just not resonating for them for some reason. But this is how I see it. We have a lot of people leaving our planet, a lot of physical humans leaving our planet, and you know, it's kind of mostly, and you know, I'm not an expert and I don't have the numbers, and just from what I've seen and what I feel, mostly the older generations have been leaving us. And we've also noticed that this condition isn't really affecting children all that much. So here's my theory. I believe that the souls are leaving so that they can come back with another purpose. So we have a bunch of people leaving us. And then because of the quarantine, I also noticed that everyone's talking about, oh, everyone's stuck in the house, we're going to have a big baby boom. Yeah, we are. This baby boom, guess when it's going to happen? Late January, early February. We're looking at a bunch of Aquarius babies. I don't think it's a coincidence. Like, if this makes sense to you, just hit subscribe now, because I've got more. But I don't feel like it's being received well. So let me know if this makes sense. Subscribe, leave a comment, whatever. But I feel like it's not affecting the children as much because they're already here for it. They came in with this purpose. And all of the older souls that have been here for a while are leaving so that they can come back. There's a new purpose. There's a new opportunity for spirit to be on this planet, to come and incarnate on our planet for this special purpose, entering the age of Aquarius. And the reason I feel like it's not affecting children as much is because they arrived with that purpose already. So if this makes sense, please let's discuss in the comments, because it makes so much sense to me, and it just feels so right every time I say it. Like, I can't even explain it. But this video is getting kind of long for that, and especially having only drawn 3 cards, I do feel like there is an alien presence. What we saw in the tapes and what people are seeing in the sky over Jersey, totally believe it 100%. They've been watching us, they're celebrating, and I feel like there's an arrival on the way. But I also feel like with this small island here, I don't feel like there's going to be room for everyone. So yeah, there's that. But I feel like it all connects. So that's what I'm going to leave this reading at. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one, and have a blessed day.